Hey, welcome back to another edition of Branded Media Strategies. I almost said the wrong class name. All right, we are in, I don't want to hit student preview, week 7? Week 6, week 7? We're in week 6, part 2. Let's go over a few items before I start designing and working in my project and showing you how I go about designing in the real world and give you all the tricks and tips I have, all the knowledge that's built in here. But let's talk about 2 items. I don't see it so much anymore because I harp on it so much. First one, images. Do not stretch or squeeze images. Just don't. Why not? Because would you ever like your likeness to be stretched or squeezed or distorted? No. So somebody, if you are using an image that a photographer took, a photographer took, whatever, you need to respect the art that they did. And so we do not distort images. Well, I just need to just get it in there and it's not big enough. Well, you have Photoshop. You have skills to crop. You have Photoshop, which can add. You have so many tools now at your disposal that you never need to be like, oh, I just need to stretch the image to get it to fit. No. You then open the image in Photoshop. You add on extra image by using AI. It's free now, and knowing that everybody here isn't using a direct school account, you have that available to you. So don't. It ruins something that somebody else worked on as well. I guess, it says, well, I took the picture and I want to distort it. If you are distorting something purposefully, as it is part of the design, that may be different, in which everything is distorted. It's like, oh, I'm doing this design, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something. Somebody was like, I want a surreal poster, and you needed like to distort images and stretch them, and like that's a whole different process. But if you're adding an image of some people into a design to add some life to it and some likeness and something like that, we don't distort. We never distort anymore. Just don't. All you have to do is hold down the shift button. Your hand should always be on that shift button. The weird thing about this, and you hear me say this all the time, is I watch other designers design. I watch these YouTube channels and I watch in Skillshare, and like every one of them is like, make sure you're holding down the shift button. Make sure your hand is on the keyboard. So whenever you need to do something, your hand is shift, your hand is control, your hand is option, and your mouse is moving with the other hand. It's just something that never should be done. I check it. I do look at your designs, and then I comment like, oh, you're stretching. And I'll even comment if you stretch it by 1 degree, because I can open them up and see that. Like, not even by 1%. When I say 1 degree, 1%. Don't do that. It's poor design, no matter what. And it can be seen a mile away. So if you're applying for jobs and want to work for somebody, and you show them a portfolio and they see that your images are stretched and they can tell, they're just going to pass you up. It's just not done unless it is 100% purposeful and you speak of it, sort of like it is a image being used to advertise a house of mirrors at a festival, and like all the mirrors are distorted. So like you have images that are distorted because of that. But if it's just like, oh, I need it to fit, like we don't stretch. No need. You have the best programs in the world to keep you from doing it. Item number 2, typography. Never stretch or squeeze typography. Make it bigger, scale it proportionately, make it bigger. make it smaller. I need it to fit this exact area. You have tracking and kerning, which separates the space between the letters. You have leading, which increases or decreases the space between the lines of letters. What happens when you stretch or squeeze, you actually are distorting the art that is the font. Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, once again, I'm going to say your name wrong every time I mention you to other people. You'll be like, wait, what? Well, then don't distort the font. You know, like somebody handmade this and, you know, and worked on it, and it's set up the way they should. And I'm talking actually better professional fonts, maybe not so much the font, which has some fun, great, weird things that people just knocked out and then put on this website. But if you're using like a high-end font, we don't do that. It's like introducing you to people and saying your name wrong every single time. Like, no, don't. Why do you say my name wrong? Oh, it doesn't matter, does it? It's close enough. No, it is not close or close enough. My name is Joel, not Joe, not Joel. It's Joel. Like, no, it's close enough. No, it's not. So we don't stretch or squeeze, because what we are is we're distorting the way that font looks. And if you're like, well, I need it to fit in this area, choose a different font. See if that font has a condensed. See if it has a stretched version. Some people actually make a stretched version of fonts. It's a rarity that you need to stretch a font. And just like, oh, just again, it's just that I need it just a little bit bigger. Well, then just adjust the tracking by 5 by 5, and it will make it longer. Oh, I need it. Oh, it's just a little too long, and I need to fit it. Do -5 in the tracking right here. This one, tracking. This one that I'm circling above the red line. Change that, but don't stretch the font. We don't want that. Just don't do it anymore. Like, I'm working quick, and then I don't even know like how some people come about doing that. Just always hold down Shift. Like, this looks great. This looks like crap. It's squished. It doesn't work. So just always hold down Shift. Oh, I need the font to fit there. Then we use our professional font typography skills, and we adjust the tracking, we adjust the leading, we adjust the scale, but we make sure that the scale stays the same. It should always be 100, 100. There's no reason. If you're building your own type, go nuts. You would, whatever you want to do, hand draw it and then make your own letters like I've done. And I showed you the last time, like I was stretching my own N, but that's because I built it. And I wanted my N wasn't working, and I was making it myself. And so I took that. I just didn't take a font and ruin it. So that's another one. Be aware. And I check it. I look and I roll my eyes and I think, God, I got to write this comment again. Like, don't stretch the font. So please, for my sake, just stop stretching fonts and stretching images. Just never do it again. Never. Just stop doing it. Like, if you ever done it, just know, like, I will never do it again. The Boy Scout, Girl Scout pledge, I shall never stretch or distort an image ever again. All right, where are we at? Logo development and poster and flyer. Of course, you click here, custard flyer, custard poster, InDesign files. You are working in InDesign, but just because you're working in InDesign doesn't mean you can't also incorporate parts from Illustrator and Photoshop into your final poster design. All three programs work together. I want to adjust something here. I want to fix it. I need a photo. You bring that photo into Photoshop, make the adjustments, bring it into InDesign, work on it there. I built my logos in Illustrator. I'm going to bring them into InDesign. That's no problem at all. So make sure you use that. Now, my additional ask is I need 10 different versions of your logo. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What does that mean? here are mine. And I could keep going. I have 2 colorways. I'm starting to use that word. It's going to die soon though. Like I have a warm and I have a cool. And then I started mixing the warm and the cool. Because something I have, and I did this. I have different fonts. I have different shapes. And then this isn't even done. Like I didn't even start adding the font to these yet, which I will do because I believe later on in this, we need stickers. I think we're doing stickers for this project. So I'm going to take like one of these designs, die cut it, put the Frozen Custard Festival, my favorite font choice, which I believe is actually this one, where it's a contrast. And you can see I didn't change the colors. I didn't knock out yet. I didn't fully knock out because I was like playing around really quick. There's a quick one I can do. Knock those out. I think that the E needs to be, no, fix the E's. So these just need to get knocked out. So all that is, then I'm gonna click, hold shift, click the P. Both those are selected. I'm gonna click on this, I forget the name of this tool. I actually forget the name of it, but it's super useful because all I did was then mark that. And then if I backspace that out, it deletes it. So once again, it's it's not free transform. What the heck is it called? I don't know how to get the names up anymore, but it's this one. And it allows you to click on more than one item and then start to cut it. So I use that instead of over here in the properties menu, instead of Pathfinder. It's a quicker way for me to use Pathfinder, or it's more when you have a lot of different things, you can dance around it a little bit better. So that's just knocking those out. So that's how easy it is. It's like select it, select both parts, select. I want to knock out that middle. I just do this, and then I go back and I delete it out. When you see me tap over here, I'm tapping off of everything, so nothing is selected, and then I just delete. So once again, select, shift, select, mark this. I click and drag to mark it, click off of it, click in the middle, delete. Make sure my E's, I don't know why I didn't do that. Just so they look better. Now, and then I'll zoom out to show you my variations a little bit more. And it's stuff, again, that I did a lot at night. You know, it's my time to work. TV's on, hanging out in the family room. TV's on, watching some cooking shows because there's no swearing. We have a kid who's up. We don't want swearing. Not like bad, but you know, some shows get crazy. And then I just work on these. I work on them. And so 2 colorways. Oh, something else I did is I talked to you guys all about global colors. All of my colors are global colors. So let's grab this set here. And the reason I make these little sets of them is when I'm going and I'm working, I want to click on a color quick. And so these are my setup colors already. And so I can just like, oh, I want, what color should Frozen Festival be? I'm on it. And I can just go here and be like, do I want it this, you know, like, and I can just bump it through and find my favorite version. And they're all right here. They're also, if I go to open up my window and I just open my whole color menu, they all should be here. I'm seeing my oranges. I'm not seeing everybody. I don't know why the blues aren't showing up. No, it's called Blue 6. They're all there. I want swatches. Oh, you know why? Because I have to open up swatches. That's why. So if I close that and I actually go to window I hate that it hides it under swatches. Swatches, here they are, all lined up. I go by name. Cancel. I named them all. There we go. Background brown, background blue, blue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, orange 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, mid orange. Huh. That's wrong. Oh, let's see, I changed that color a bunch. So I just have to rename that one. Not a big deal. So, but then I can just click around. And then there's that idea that if I don't like this blue and I want to change it, if I change this blue, it changes it on my entire document. So every blue, that color will also change. I'll do that with a green again. I'll just show you all again, but I don't want to ruin my document. So I'm going to do like this, and then let's make it green. So I go to fill. I want this. Let's do this. So cancel. Let's turn off that stupid stroke. Wait. Mine just went there. All right, so like say I have that, and I'm gonna make it a global color by hitting the plus. I'm gonna make sure it says global, and I'll call it like new green. I really like that green. I think it's gonna work well on a lot of things. And then I'm gonna make my rounded rectangle with it. And then, you know, I'm going to put in a circle somewhere, hold down shift to make a circle. Shift is my favorite keyboard button. Wear it out. I make an octagon, and then I'm going to make a star. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. And then my client is like, great work, but can it be greener? You're like, what? Greener? Oh, okay. And I should be able to just click on this. New green, and then move my green slider, and it makes them greener. This one wasn't selected, as you can see, but it changed all the other ones to the new green. So you can go and adjust as need be, and it will affect every color that you had made a global color. It's a pretty cool trick. There's some designers that just do that automatically. As soon as they make a color, they make it a global color. And I did it with this project, and I really liked it. I think it saves you time, and it saves you some monkeying around. Now, what I'm going to do is I like this. I like the contrast of the warm and the cool. And so I'm going to go into my poster, but not quite yet. First, I did sketches. These are just my sketches. Look how crud these are, but it gave me the idea of what to do. And what it is like, I want those like color, like skinny here, and then come zooming across. Skinny, and can come zooming. And the reason I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually there's another line of text here, is each section of text that I gave you can be in a section here. So I did like this first one, and it was, I, you know, just drew it out, and I was like, oh, it's too skinny, but actually might work with, you know, a section of body copy here, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4, my little QR code. But that is like, I want to add some, maybe add some imagery and stuff like that, which you can add, like, I could do some things here, you know, across these bars. And then this one is like, what if it was drippy? And I made that drip, and then it turned. I don't want drips going here because it's going to interrupt in the the text, and I don't want anything interrupting the text. So I have this, and if I'm just this file, save, and I can go, and even at this level, I still will do this. And I'll put background or drawing. And I should be able to file, place, and since I saved that as a cloud document, I should be able to find it if I didn't mess up where I put it. And I look in, we're done with Bubbler, I look in Custard. And there we go, place. Okay. And then I'm going to scale it. So I'm going to take my free transform tool, I'm going to grab the corner and I'm going to hold down shift and scale it up. Then I'm just going to zoom out a bunch. And if you want the one for me working on this, I will crop it. And let's say like, I'll work with this first one. And so now I can crop it down by just pulling those edges, right? We know that cropping in InDesign is actually easier than Illustrator. I'm going to move it up to the corner. And then I'm going to scale it. And my scale is going to be off. You know, but it's giving me a starting point of where I might want stuff. All right, so then I'm going to hit background. Now my background is going to be solid blue, so I'm not going to put it in quite yet. And then I'm going to have logo. So I'm going to put my logo in first. And I'm going to go back to Illustrator. I'm going to grab my logo and I'm going to grab my color bars. So I'm actually not going to take this blue with me. Oh, no, I will. Let's take it all and I'll just move it. So I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to go back to InDesign. And I'm going to paste. And there it is. Perfecto. Now for this blue, I'm going to cut it. Oop. Object, ungroup. Oh, look at that. That does happen. So the font translation didn't come through, meaning like that type that I typed down there. This sometimes happens, but we're all smart and we will get around it by simply going back to Illustrator. I'm going to make a copy of this, move it over. I'm going to hold down shift and option, make a copy. Then this festival, I'm going to go to type, create outlines. Now I still have this one that's editable. In case there's something happens that I don't like it, I can still edit one. I'm not destroying work. In the Photoshop course that I teach, you always work non-destructively on a photo, and you can do the same in Illustrator and InDesign, especially with like when you're working with a lot of these elements, is you keep one that's editable, you make one that's not editable. You know, and you can go back and forth. You just kind of have to remember. So I'm gonna do the same thing where I copy. And then I'm going to paste. So I'm back on logo. I'm going to paste it in. There we go. Now I have that. And then so I'm going to do that thing where I go to object, ungroup. I'm going to move my colors over here, and to make it easier on me, I'm going to hold on shift and just turn them 90 degrees so I can have them tight. And I'm going to move this blue, and I'm actually going to cut that, and I'm going to put it on background. So when I'm a little bit more ready, I can just pop that in the background because I want the line design. And then so at this point, now I'm at logo. I'm going to like kind of place it. Again, it's my logo. I'm going to hold down shift. And then I'm going to like, let's work with these color bars a bit. So I'm going to go add a new layer. I'm going to go to layer. I'm going to call color bars. I'll be British. Color bars. And then so I'll make 4 and then 4, and I'm going to keep them angular. I had this idea, and I want to try it out. So first, I'm just going to maybe just draw, not all the way across. I'm leaving it short. I'll do all the way across for now. And I want that, let's pick, we have a blue background, so I'm going to do 4 color bars. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. So if I go skipping, that doesn't work. So maybe I'll go with the mids right here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 as my drop downs. And I'll just start, and I think I want to go lightest to darkest. So I'm going to, copy paste that, do it again, and do it again. So I have 4 bars that are all the same width, and then now I can change the color. So we'll go to this one, then to this one, then to this one. And now I'm going to grab all 4 of these, and I can make them smaller. So I'm looking at my margin. I'm looking at the edge of my artboard. I'm working off past the bleed with my color. And I'm going to bring that up because I want some information down here, I think. And I can always adjust that because you can see you can just grab in 4s. Now I'm going to grab these 4. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. I'm going to hold down shift, and I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to make these skinny like that. And then again, I'm going to place them, and then we'll adjust them after. So first thing I have to do is make sure, do I have enough room? Like how skinny should they be? All right, they're going to be, let's do that. Enough room, I'm checking. It's hard to see. I can turn off my drawing, and I'm checking my gap here. I'm checking my gap here, and I'm checking my gap there. I'm going to pull these all the way up, way past. I'm going past that bleed. That's crazy talk. And then, so when you're asking, I drew those other ones that I had in the past with a rounded edge. And then I had this idea, like, what if I just do it angular? Because this is very angular. And so what if instead of doing like that standard, like totally 70s, if I had these, made it more like this, like angle sections. And then what do? I'm just gonna go to preview. Yeah, look at that. I think I like that. It does. Is it doing that weird thing where it looks like it's darker on top and then lighter, darker to lighter? Isn't that a great effect? It's a great visual effect. I'm loving it. All right, I think that's working. So I'm going to go back out to normal view, and I'm going to pop in my blue now. And now remember, I'm working in one design, and I'm going to get it good. Am I going to get it perfect? No. But then when I switch over to my other file, which is the, this can be higher now. Like I have room. I have room, which means I can spread these out as well. And then work with, resizing and everything's going to need tweaking. I'm just getting it in for just placement now. And then this is body copy. Oh, I did so many copies and pastes that like earlier on, I was like, oh, I'm just going to copy and paste it now. But now I copied and pasted 600 times. So I have to go in to frozen custard. And I'm going to copy and paste. I have 5 sections. I'm going to make a sidebar over here. And I already know like some ideas. I'm going to paste it in. I'm going to go back to Illustrator. I'm going to find out the name of this font. And I'm going to look at the Bragg. And that's Bragg regular. Oh, there's a stencil. Crap. All right. I don't know if I want that to be my body copy. All right. So I am going to go Times New Roman, I think. Oh, here's the other cool part about working with these swatches. Well, I think new green. Oh, make sure you're not clicked on it. If you click on it, and then you can just delete it if you don't want it anymore. You can remove your colors, add your colors, rename your colors. Let's go back and let's do that. I think I have times, and it comes in a variety of styles. Times New Roman, let's check out. We got regular, we got italic, we got bold, italic. I don't know. Do we have a different times? It looks like that's all I have. I have 2 versions, and it's all sort of the same. So I'm going to start with regular. Because if I start with regular, I can use bold for accents, right? You know what I'm saying? Times New Roman, regular. And then I'm going to break it out into paragraph sections. But first, let's make it big so I can read it. And then I'm just going to start copying and pasting into sections. Grab that. I'm going to copy. I'm going to make a new area text. That's the only way you can make text in InDesign. I'm going to paste. And before I get too far, I'm going to first take out that delete. As you can see, what the heck, Joel? You got hyphens. So I'm going to select both of these text boxes. Before I go any further, I'm going to make sure hyphenate is taken off. Never want to see a hyphen ever again. And then I'm going to change the color of my font to the lightest yellow. And we're just going to start there. Is it perfect? Nope. But I'm just going to keep moving on. I'm going to copy, paste, select. Now you can see hyphenate, it's off. Select, and then I'm going to make this the background blue. And I'm just going to do the same over and over. Make a text box. And later on, I'm going to come and make sure all my text boxes are the same size, that they're all the same, font size. But this just kind of, actually, you can do this. And then copy. Paste. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Well, I have to add another one in here. There's 5. Guess what? It's okay. I have room. So I'm going to go back to color bars, grab everything, move it up. I'll hold down shift when I move it up. Now it's copy. I have plenty of room. Everything can move up. So I'm not nervous. I didn't screw up too bad. And then I can take either one, make a copy of it. Take this one, make a copy of it. Drag this down. And then change the color of this to the darkest. All right, so we're still living. We're still good. We're still good. I'm going to grab everything again, make it narrower. I'm past my margin. If anything, I just want to stop at that margin, which is fine. You know, oh, that's the, no, that's margin. So I have a little bit of blue. I'm above there. I'll see, I can probably make these not as the horizontal bars, not as wide, because I have enough room. Like the text, you know, I'm thinking about the text, and the text doesn't have to be ginormous. So I can go back and scale, like, what size am I at now? 28. I'll probably go up to 32 and then readjust the sizes of all those. Why? Because 32 seems big enough. Oh, and then we can maybe do something funky here. Maybe the QR code goes here. Okay. Okay, live demonstrations, family fun, support local, copy, paste, and community celebration. Copy, paste, and then I'm gonna go just grab, I should be able to, no, this is always tricky with InDesign. Let's see, I can never remember if I can do this. Nope. I just gotta grab all the text and click on there. I should play around with that more. Like I know that switches to the T when you click, but I don't know if there's a way to like have the dropper be a T. How do I get tool menu? Oh, formatting effects container. Oh, I can't read it with my giant hand. Formatting effects text is J. Whoops. Okay. I'll have to play around with that. See if there's a speedier way. Oh, let's try that. I'll try it with you all. Okay, so if I go here, let's say I'll grab all of these, and I'm like, oh, I want the text to be, there it is, container text. I just learned something new to save my world. And look, my swatches are here as well. So if I wanted the darker blue, it goes to the darker blue. Yellow. Oh my gosh. That's so great to know that now. All right, look at that. So, but then also the easier one though is like now when I have all these, you can go in and like make sure like all this is like, what if I go up to 36? All right, looks pretty good. Now then I'd go in and I'm gonna bold all the titles, right? We want the title, and then we just use our, we want regular, we go to bold. Regular, go bold. So all this then will migrate over into, like when I get in a good place with the poster and I'm happy, it doesn't have to be like quote unquote completely done, but you kind of stick with one project, like one area for a bit. Let's check it out. You know, I'll keep working on this. It's a little much. Of course, this logo needs to move up. Yeah, I'll play around for a while. And when I get the poster where I want it, yeah, I need some images of some kids having fun. So like this is like my idea, but like you can almost sketch it out sometimes. I did that in the history class, like photos, and I'll just call it photos, and then I'll do this, and I'll make sure like when I draw a box, like, so what if I like did this, and that box is just blue, just, you know, and then I could do another one. And then if I did another one, now I'm like looking at like one in each one. No, it doesn't work. But that may work. Like if I have to find 6 images then, and then this is the QR code. So this would be this, but square. I'm looking at those numbers. 28412. I should be able to do this. No, I don't want to. 84412. 412. So now that's a cube, and I'll turn that black. Why? Just because it's a QR code. So like those could be images. My initial idea was like, what if you have one like that, and then this one split that, this one split this one. But then this gets wonky. Like then like what are you left? Like that's goofy. But I might not mind that, but then I have to find like a bunch of images. The other one is if I reverse this, oh, that will bring it life. Put the QR code up at the top, delete this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one, grab these. I'm gonna make sure I distribute my spacing and then bring those down. And then, so now I could have a photo with indulge your senses, live demonstrations, family fun. And so that's gonna bring that more to life. It's always good to have photos. I need body copy and logo. But this is the way you work through it. And again, what did I start with? It's still there. There's my initial idea. So work with it, you know, try some stuff out. Just get that initial idea down on paper and figure out what you want to do and then work from there. But don't, when you start with it, when you start without an idea, it's just like you're just like one thing doesn't flow to another because you're like, well, I don't know where to put this yet. Here, I had an idea. Boom, 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 boom. You know, knocked it out because even though it's really poorly sketched out, at least it was a framework for me to move forward. And then those 3 drawings I did, a couple minutes, 5 minutes of my time. But it saved me probably 30, 40 minutes of like monkeying around and not knowing, like in my head, I think I want these colors. Here I just did it, got an idea, had a couple thoughts, and was able to work with that and move forward. So that's why it's so important, like to just get those ideas out quicker. Yeah, so that's that. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. I'm happy to work with you. If you want to come in and work with me and try out some of the best design tools around, we have them here in MATC. Come on down. I'll work with you. I'll teach you how to use them, especially with some of them logos. I've seen you guys. There's some amazing tools. And if you have a stylus and you can do it in vector, it's so great. It makes it so great. You know, I did that with beach ball design. That was all hand-drawn vector. This time I went like a different way, but I still use the hand-drawn vector system, but I set it up so I could more easily have like that geometric letter shape stuff. So cool. Again, let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I'm always here. I'm here on campus Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I answer your questions. I will look at midweek reviews after this is done. I'm going to finish grading also everything. I'm going to try to get it all done today so I don't have to do it tomorrow, so I can work on some other projects for you all. And that's it. Take care. Again, reach out. I'm here to help. All right. Bye-bye.